Some folks say that Willie Green was the baddest motherfucker the world ever seen. But I want you to light your joint, take a real good shit, and screw your wig on tight. And let me tell you about the little bad motherfucker called Dolomite. Now Dolomite was from San Antonio. A rambling, scambling, gambling little young motherfucker from the day he was born. Well, the day he was dropped from his mammy's ass, he slapped his papa's face and said, "From now on, cocksucker, I'm running this place." At the age of 1, he was drinking whiskey and gin. At the age of 2, he was eating the bottles that came in. Now, Dolomite had an uncle called Southern Gap. Killed a dozen bad men from the smell of his breath. When his aunt heard how Dolomite was treating his own boy and Paul, he said, "Let me go and check this little bad rascal before he go too far." Now one cold, dark December night, his uncle broke in on Dolomite. Now Dolomite wasn't no more than 3 or 4 when his uncle come breaking through the door. His aunt said, "Dolomite," said, "I want you to straighten up and treat your brother right. Because if you keep on with your dirty mistreating, I'm going to whoop your ass till your heart stops beating." Dolomite sitting in the middle of the floor plate. He said, "I see your lips quiver up, but I don't hear a cocksucking word you say." This made his uncle mad. He let off with a rifle, a lightning flash. But Dolomite tore his leg off. He was that damn fast. Now the men of San Antonio gathered around that night to see if they could do something about the little bad rascal called Dolomite. It took 100 baddest, oldest, the ugliest men in town. Finally rolled Dolomite's ass down. They put him in jail. They held him without bail. If you think his mammy was happy, you should have seen his pappy. Now it's been 8 long years since Dolomite's been fake. The average motherfucker with a long been dead. Now the warden called Dolomite, said, "Dolomite, I'm gonna tell you what we gonna do. We gonna give you $1.50 and a damn good meal if you promise to keep us alone and get your bad ass out of San Antonio." Dolomite took the $1.50 and a damn good meal and said, "I'm gonna tell you old, child, moldy, ancient, decrepit motherfuckers how I feel. Said y'all can suck my dick, nuts and ass down to the motherfucking bone, because I ain't never coming back to San Antonio." Now Dolomite wasn't no more than 13 when they let him out of jail. He said, "I think the boy called Cedar will try my thing." He got a job in Africa, kicking limes in the ass and staying in shape. He got run out of South America for fucking steers. He fucked the she out there until she broke down in tears. Now Dolomite worked 5 years and a day. Got his pay. But well, I believe I'll go back to that giant-ass USA, where the news of a heavyweight fight was being broadcasted that night. And a special bulletin said, "Look out, storms, atomic bombs, and Dolomite." The first thing Dolomite encountered was 2 big rocky mountains. He said, "Mountains, what y'all gonna do?" They said, "We gonna park Mr. Dolomite and let your bad ass through." Now Dolomite went on down to Kansas City, kicking asses till both shoes were shit. Hoboed in the shop. Who did he run into but that badass 2-gun Pete? He said, "Move over and let me pass. Only have to pull these triple A's out your motherfucking ass." down to 42nd Street. Not for no shit, but some place he could sleep and eat. Run into that shy neighbor. Of all the hoes she was a boss. She'd suck you, fuck you, and jack you off. She could come down out there the other night. Said we gon' fucking fight in broad daylight. The other night the bitch, I had a job in acting. Kicking lines in the ass to stay in shape. Said I got run out of South America for fucking steers. Said I fucked the she-elephant until she broke down in tears. Man said I don't care where you going and where you been. Said I'm laying to wrap this good hot juicy pussy all around your bad ass cheek. Those nights said, bitch, it's best you're not fucking. Said I better run you down some of my pedigree. Said I swim across sweaty rivers and they never got wet. Mountains just fell on me and ain't dead yet. I fucked an elephant and dad of a mother. I can look up a fool's ass and tell you the price of butter. I fucked another elephant down to a coon. Even fucked the same damn cow that jumped over the motherfucking moon. So I rolled across the ocean on the head of my dick and ate 9 tons of cat shit and they never got sick. And you talk about wrapping your good hot pussy all around my badass chin. Bitch, you ought to be blowing up my ass trying to be my motherfucking friend. Oh, April 40th. That's when the fucking started. She made up pussy do the mojo, the popcorn, the turkey, and the grind. Left Dolomite ass 9 strokes behind. She threw pussy up Dolomite's back, come out of his ear, down his side, right out of his pocket. Damn near pulled his asshole out of socket. But Dolomite suddenly made a mojo turn. Had the crabs around that bitch's asshole, hollering, burn, baby, burn. But the next morning they found Mabel dead, with her drawers wrapped around her nappy ass head. And the crab was madder than a motherfucker to see Dolomite beat them out of their goddamn sucker. But Dolomite kept on kicking asses and fucking up in the fall till finally his road was hard. They had his funeral, carried him down to the graveyard. Dolomite was dead, but his dick was still hard. The preacher said ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Said I'm glad this little bad motherfucker called Dolomite is no longer here with us. The 12th of May was one hell of a day. When the news got around to all the seaport towns that the great Titanic was sinking down. Up stepped a black man from the deck below that they called Sean. Hollering, Captain, Captain, don't you know there's 40 feet of water on the boiler room floor? The captain said, go back, the dirty black. We got 1,000 pumps to keep this water back. Sean went back below and began to think that this big bad motherfucker is bound to say. Sean said it's fish in the ocean, crabs in the sea. But it's one time you good, cool white people ain't gonna bullshit me. Sean went on the deck, jumped overboard, waved his ass looking at him. The captain's wife stepped on the deck. Then Shine, Shine, please say for me, I'll give you all the good pussy you can see. Shine said your pussy's good and that is true. But it's gonna hold down on Fifth Street to make an ass out of you. And pussy on land and pussy on sea. I got 25 hoes in New York just waiting for me. Captain's daughter stepped on the deck. Said, Shine, Shine, please say for me. Said, I named this little kid after thee. Shine said, bitch, you're not dumb, gonna have a kid, but your ass got to hit this water just like old Shine did. Here from the captain. Shine, please say me. I'll make you richer than any Shine can be. Shine said, Captain, to save you would be very fine. But I got to first save this black ass of mine. Said money on land and money on sea. I got $1,000 in New York just waiting on me. Shine said, Shark, look out. Said, I know some of this black ass you'd like to taste, but from here to New York is gonna be one hell of a race. When the news got around the world that the great Titanic had sunk, Shine was in Harlem on 125th Street, damn near drunk. Shine spent all of his money, fucked his 25 women, dick got sore, went to the doctor. Doctor said, Shine, I'm gonna have to cut your dick off. Shine said, Doctor, said you better cut it off down to the motherfucking bone. Cause if you leave any meat, I'm gonna fuck right on. If I should die, have my balls soaked in alcohol, lay my dick on my chest, and tell all these good cop bitches, old Shine is gone to rest. Shine died with the hell. The devil said, all you bitches, you better climb the wall. Cause old Shine's done come down here to fuck us all. Let's give a big hand and bang out here. Come out this thing for everybody. Let's hear it for Jenny Marie.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the bunny.
Great day in the morning. She sure know what to say, the body. You know, girls, I look like Atlas with no clothes on. Can you dig it? Ooh, my woman, cross your leg. Good God Almighty. That chick sitting over there in that green is built like a brick shit out. Ooh, you know I sure like to get in your pants. Because I done shit in mine. Ain't that line? You know, I asked a young lady the other night in the nightclub, I said, young lady, do you have a cherry? She said, hell yes, I got a cherry. But it's been pushed back so damn far, you can use it for a tail light. Yeah, and in this same club, let me tell you what happened. It is a fellow went in the ladies' restroom by mistake. So he went in and he pulled it out, and he was shaking it like that, and all at once a lady come in and saw him. She said, this is for ladies. This is for ladies. He said, what the hell do you think this is for? I was lying to you, baby. Friend of mine let his wife watch, you know, the other night. He said, baby, said, I want you to go down there and watch that Rudy Moore and tell all them old dirty stories. Said, but I want you back in this house at 2 o'clock in the morning. Showed her she went out, stayed out all night long. Daddy was sitting up with the little boy. And he didn't ask Mama no questions. When she walked through the door, he knocked her down. She started hollering, Daddy! Said, don't hit me no more. Said, I was only out trucking, Daddy. Little boy said, Daddy knocked Mama down 3 more times because you know damn well she can talk plainer than that. I wouldn't lie, baby. I thought, you know, I like to talk about things that once happened to me in the course of a lifetime. There's a lot of things that really happened. Now, you take, I went to school, all the way through school, right after front door through back. That's right. We had a little girl in class, she could spell everything. Teacher said, Sally, today, said for your spelling lesson, I want you to spell Peter. Sally said, teacher, I can't spell them old long, hard words like Peter, but I'll try. She said, P. Teacher said, sit down, gal, you're going to stand up here and pick all day. We had a little girl in the class, Mary Ann. She was the smartest baby. She said, teacher, I can spell it P-E-T-E-R. Peter. They don't come too long and hard for me, baby. I wouldn't lie, baby. Now you take a young caseworker come through our neighborhood. You know there's a lot of boys that's, you know, getting their little charity, you know. So that's right. So caseworker come through and she rung a young man's doorbell and did not ask him any questions. She walked in the door, punched the doorbell, went on in, pulled off all her clothes, laid down, kicked up both legs, and then she looked at him and said, young man, are you married? He said, yes, I'm married. She jumps up and put on all her clothes, get ready to walk out the door. She said, what's wrong, young lady? What's wrong? She said, honey, this here that I got is for the needy, not the greedy. You know, I went to school. As I say, I went to school and all of those things happened. And a lot of things happened in school. But this is one that happened in church. I arrived in church yesterday and the preacher said, this morning, my brothers and sisters. Said I want everybody to get up and testify this morning and tell the old Reverend just how glad you ought to be here. Sister Mary was the first one to jump up and testify. Oh, Reverend! Said this morning, I'm so glad I could come this morning, Reverend. Said, Reverend, you know it ain't often Sister Mary can come, but she come this morning and honey, she glad up. Said, Reverend, you know my old husband, he couldn't come with me, but I come by myself, baby. Said maybe next Sunday, me and that old rat will come together. Now you know I am from Mississippi, I'm glad to be from there. But I went back home to visit just as I got on the yard, my little brother, he about 6 years old, cute as he wanted. He said, Daddy, said it's a preacher at the house trying to save Mama's soul. Daddy said, son, you go back to the house. Said, if it's a homeless preacher, I want you to lock up my icebox or Fat Rat will eat up all our food. Said, if it's a Methodist preacher, I want you to hide my Ripple and my Thunderbird because that scamp will drink it all up. Said, if it's one of them old fun-loving, joy-popping, fat biscuit-eating, gravy-sopping Baptist preachers, I want you to sit in Mama's lap and don't you move till I get there either. While sitting and thinking in deep meditation, shucking and jiving, dough popping, lollygagging, eating chicken and stew, I'm reminded of a girl I once knew. She wasn't no baby beauty, she didn't have long black hair, but she was a stone good mud kicker and her mud was fair. I pimped this little chick and moved out west and settled down out there. When I first met her, baby, I thought she was a little girl just out of school. But if you listen close, I'll tell you how bad I was fooling. While playing small towns back east, my bankroll got low. She said, look here, pretty papa, you can't jive me. She said, I've forgotten more than you'll ever know. Said, I'm Wicked Nell, the Coast Guard heart from burning hell. When you first met me, you tried to fill me full of bull. But you can't look up a mare mule's ass and tell how big a load she can pull. Said, baby, I'm gonna tell you what, I be chumped for the money and the clothes too. I wouldn't be a for the tobacco, but all fools don't chew. Said, I've been from New York to the Frisco Bay. I fucked all pimps like you with the game you trying to play. So, but you're a good-looking kid and look all right in your clothes. But baby, you better corner you a mule or you ain't shit trying to pimp hoes. This made Pippin sound mad. He said, shut up! Shut up, bitch, don't you say another motherfucking word. If you do, I'll put my foot in your ass about something I heard. Now you run down here with your nose all snotty. If you don't know what the game is all about, you better ask somebody. Now your tits is hanging down like a shithouse bucket, and your pussy so funky a dog wouldn't even suck. Pimpin' sound looked at it and said, bitch, said, get up quick. Said, that's a chick, said, catch it quick. Said, you better catch it if you got to suck his motherfucking dick. She said, look here, daddy, I ain't got on no clothes. He said, catch it out your window, bitch, you ain't going out the door. Then he looked at it and said, so you, that little girl they call Wicked Nell, the Coast Guard heart from burning hell. Said, bitch, I'll jump up in your pussy like it's a stone. Cause I'm that notorious hustler called Pippin Sam. Said, I've been from the Golden Gates of California to the shores of Maine. I know all the holes in the bulldaggers by their natural name. I've been from New York City to Eagle Pass, playing society holes and kicking your kind of stitches in they no good ass. And you all right down home with a few nickels you knock. But bitch, out here you a square than a block. You good little crib girl with all right looks. But to a pimp like me, you ain't even in the book. Then you gonna try to play the game and have success. Said you better ask me about it. Goddamn bull-dagging bitch. Said to tell you the truth, bitch, you should be back on the farm singing to your Uncle Ned. Because the only way you can make a pimp like me a dime is to go out to your motherfucking head. Second, furthermore, I'll tell you something hoes do for me every day. You could never do. That's fuck me, suck me, and give me that money too. So I got 8 or 10 hoes standing in line, and ain't a day pass. I don't kick 4 or 5 of them in their motherfucking head. Then the first thing that I'll pull a bitch like you out of bed at 4:30 and make a jump in Lake Michigan if it's 90 below. And then you better not shiver when you come to show, because if you do, I'll make you jump over there and swim some cocksucking more. So now the pistol's on the dresser and the razor's in the drawer. And if you think about any one of them, I'll break your motherfucking jaw. And then don't you roll your eyes and give me no sass, because I'll make these brand new steppers sing a song in your ass. Then now you ever think about going back home to chicken switch, I want you to tell everybody that you met pimpin' Stan, a bad, bad son of a bitch. record.